Welcome to another adventure with Getting Lost. Today, we are continuing our journey along inside the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve, and here we can see a good example of migratory birds in the water there, eating, enjoying themselves. And I'm actually also enjoying myself looking at them, exploring things that I cannot find in other parks in Singapore. This place here is really special because you can see things here that you can't see at other places. So join me after the intro and see what I find. And welcome back. So where we're heading now is we're actually walking along the pathways here, and we come along another boardwalk which will bring us to the Kingfisher Port. And here, as you can see, is actually a river that's flowing into the sea that flows in front of Johor. And here, this is of course the mudflats. But because there are not a lot of because in the earlier place they actually put in some fencing along the mud there, so the birds did come and walked around the area. But in this place here, there isn't any of that, so I don't see any birds, but the view here is still good. And this is one of the observation areas where you can actually go in there, and it actually hides your body so that birds or other animals, when they look at you, they don't fly away too fast. So it's a hiding area for humans. And if you head further down here, there's another called a mud skipper pot, which is the same thing, but it's further down for you, which is here. It's further down, and you can actually use that to actually look at the mud area here and to look for mud skippers or other animals that roam this area here. And if I zoom down, you can actually see an example of a mud skipper right in the mud there. Can you see that? So for those of you who haven't seen a mud skipper before, this is a mud skipper, a fish that can breathe air. Isn't that strange? Anyway, so this is a mud skipper, and later in the video I will show you more mud skippers, but at the moment now, this is the first mud skipper that we meet in the mud. And so we're going to head further in here, but let me tell you a bit of history about this area here. Oh, before that, this is actually the mud experience area where you can actually walk. You saw the little the stairs there. You can actually go in here and actually have hands-on experience with the mud. So you can actually walk down there and then walk in the mud. You can look at all the different types of mud skippers, as you can see here. Lots of different types, and so hands-on experience is important for people to learn. And anyway, let me tell you a bit about the history about this area here. So this Sungei Buloh area, which comprised some around 457 hectares of mangrove swamp, was designated as a forest reserve as early as 1890. Yes, that long ago. And it held its status until maybe 1938, after which it was gradually developed for farming use. So what happens is, the Sungei Buloh area, they would have duck ponds for people to farm freshwater fish. They use the land to grow vegetable and maybe cash crops like rubber and coconut, even rearing of ducks, chicken and pigs. But this area here is also ideal for prawn farming because of the rich organic nutrients that is present in the waterlogged and muddy mangrove swamp. So this area here was some of the mangrove swamp was actually cleared in the mid 1980s for this purpose, but luckily somehow they actually saved this part here that we have now, because this part here is very important for us. And what's happening now is we have walked through part of the mangrove swamp, and now we're heading towards another part of this wetland reserve, which is also a very important part of the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve. So if you head down here, we will reach the second visitor center, and that center is called the Wetland Center, and that will bring us to a bridge that will bring us to the Sungei Buloh tidal ponds, and that is one of another main attraction of this area here. And we need to follow this path here through the forest, and here it is. This is the Wetland Center. So basically it's a house with lots of water around it. There's a pond here, there's a pond there, and then you have houses or small little huts that are built on elevated land. And so these areas here can be used for maybe like a classroom or exhibition area. And what you can see here, like I said, they have ponds with fishes in the pond. And as you can see, the pond here is much more natural than other ponds that we have, in the sense that you don't you let it naturally look after itself with the fishes and the insects and whatever things that grows in the water. We don't landscape the pond. And here is like I said, the wetland center, where there's a toilet here, and if you walk straight through here, it will bring you to this bridge here, that a lot of people are also on the bridge with nice powerful cameras to take picture of lots of different things. And some of the things they take picture of is, for example, some monkeys. Look like some macaw monkeys, and we are actually crossing here. The name of this river is called the Sungei Buloh Besar. So it's the big Sungei Buloh. It's the big river, the big Sungei Buloh river. And here, big water, lots of water. It actually separates where we were earlier, the mangrove swamp area, from the tidal ponds that we're going to see later. And one thing very interesting is, as you can see here over there within the trees, there's actually a dam where you can actually let water in and let water out, and that will control the water levels in the tidal ponds inside there. And I also heard a rumor that within this area here, there's actually a crocodile and also beavers. So let's explore the area here and see whether we can find any of them. And here, as I was walking to this first hut here, I did notice there was a very funny smell outside the hut, a very animal smell. But anyway, what we came here for is this. As you can see here now, is the Sungei Buloh tidal ponds. And here now, because of them controlling the water coming in here, the water level is a bit low, but it's still full of mud. So basically, what you have here is you have huts, or you can call it heights, where you can actually stand here and look out across the tidal ponds to look for the birds. And here, this is the bridge that we crossed earlier, and here are the waters, and here is, like I told you, the dam that I saw earlier. So now they actually open up the gates so that the water can actually flow in here. Earlier, so there will be more and more water coming in here, and because of that, you will start to see more birds coming out. And if you actually look at the water's edge over there, you can see some of the birds now. Can you see it? Ah, there it is. This is a much better view of them. But another one over there. So at the water's edge, you can see them. And what happens is you have this walkway, as you can see here, with very weak looking fence at the side, which I do not recommend you to lean against. You will probably fall over. But so you have this pathway that will go all around, one huge circle around the tidal ponds. And so as you keep walking around, you can have different views of all the tidal ponds. And here, look at that. Another mud skipper, and also lots of snails or shells in the water. The reason why we see so many mud skipper is because the water level at the tidal ponds today is quite low. If the water level was higher, you wouldn't be able to see any of them. Anyway, so this will end part 2 of our adventure here at the Sungei Buloh Wetland Reserve. I hope you enjoyed what you see so far. I surely am enjoying myself here. And before we go, please do me a favor. Please help me by liking my video, sharing my video, and subscribing to my channel. In the next video, I will be at that tower over there you see. So join me and we will climb the tower together. I will see you there. Bye bye.